In this tutorial, we will show you how to set up scoring in your questionnaire. First, let's preview the questionnaire and see how it works in action. In this questionnaire, participants are asked to give responses in relation to their language experience. Each response they give is scored to create a final language experience score. This is then shown to participants on the next page of the questionnaire. To see how this has been set up, we need to look at the Scoring tab located on the left-hand side. On this tab, we are going to click the New Score button and give this score a name. We are then going to toggle on the pages which we want to include in the score. In our example, we want to score the responses given on page 1. You can then toggle on the questions you want to include in the score. When you toggle on the question, you have the choice of scoring the response with the default values, reverse values, or custom values. For the custom scoring, you can choose the values you want to assign for each response. For example, we want to have custom scoring for the Choose What's Best Applies to You question. Therefore, we change the values in the boxes next to each response. In a multiple choice grid, you can choose a specific row you want to include in the score or have certain scorings for each row. You can implement this by choosing the individual option, selecting the rows you want included in the score and further specifying the scoring. However, in our example, we are going to leave the scoring on the multiple choice grid set to the default settings. Now that we have set this score up, we can see it working in real time by going back to the screen preview. If we click the play button and then start to answer our questionnaire, we can see the current value of the language experience score appearing on the Debug tab. We always recommend previewing your scoring to ensure it has been set up correctly. Finally, in this example, we want to show participants their score on page 2 of the questionnaire. We have this set up by adding a text object on the page. When you create a score, it is automatically saved to the store. Therefore, we can add the highlighted syntax with our score's name. This will then display the language experience score to the participant. Now that everything is set up, we should preview the questionnaire again to ensure everything is working correctly and check the data output.